Our rhomboids are a muscle in the middle back. To roll them both at the same time, we'll take the tune-up balls out of their tote. We're using them separately. As always, I like to landmark where the muscle is so you have a good idea of where you're putting your tune-up balls. So we'll take our arms out wide, little bend in the elbows, and squeeze your shoulder blades back, elbows draw towards the spine. That tightness, contraction in the middle back, those are your rhomboids. Let your shoulder blades pull apart, reach your arms out long. And one more time, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the arms out wide, feel the shoulder blades move apart. This is a tricky place to get your tune-up balls in the right spot. Essentially, we're using one ball on the inside of your left shoulder blade towards the spine. Same thing on the other side, okay? We'll make our way down onto our back, but if that feels like too much pressure, you can also take this tune-up balls leaning against a wall. I unfortunately do not have a wall that is not covered with stuff to demonstrate with. But you're gonna have to do some wiggling on your back. This is one where I really wish I was in person with you so I could help you put it in the right spot. We'll make our way down onto our spine. Roll to your right shoulder blade, tuck the tune-up ball just inside the left shoulder blade, and then roll slightly in that direction. If you're in your rhomboids, there is a really high chance that you're like, oh dear God, this is awful. So if you're feeling that, if it's not a sharp pain, but if it's a dull kind of discomfort, that's okay. If it's a sharp pain, we're going to move out of the exercise. From here, press your right elbow into the earth, lift your right hip, lift your right shoulder blade away from the mat, and try tucking the tune-up ball underneath the right side. So again, we're just outside the spine, inside each shoulder blade, in the middle of your back. I have a cat who is not being helpful right now. Putting the second tune-up ball in might make it actually feel a little better because we're distributing the weight across a broader surface. I have my feet planted here, knees up to the ceiling. You might close your eyes down and just breathe. Remember that this technique, this is called static pressure, just hanging out in stillness, is tons. It starts to give us benefit after about 90 seconds. So you are welcome to stay here for just a few minutes and breathe. And you do not have to do anything else. Can you notice if you're clenching your jaw? If the inner thighs or pelvic floor is tight? Can you relax through the hips, through the groin area? Take a deep breath in. Feel the back press against the tune-up ball, side out. If that felt like too much, don't breathe deeply. If you want to explore that sensation a few more times, deep breath in. Feel your ribcage lifting your back, pushing against the tune-up balls. And then relax, get really heavy through the shoulders and hips. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Option again, stay right here if you want. Or take your arms out. Sorry, Kevin. Take your arms out in a T position. Or cactus arms if you don't quite have the space. And you might start drawing snow angel wings. So just drag the hands across the ground. They come closer to the hips. Mine have to climb this mountain of a cat that's in the way. And then pull the arms out to the side, T position, and then back up a little bit. Maybe hands start to come together over the head, maybe not. Doesn't matter how big or small this range of motion is. Just notice how your back feels. We are rotating up and rotating down our shoulder blades as we move the arms in this way. If you want more pressure, you can float your hands away from the ground completely. If that feels like way more than you need, you do not have to move the arms at all. Breathe. Sweep the arms slow. One more time with your breath, you might sweep the arms up. And then exhale, sweep them down by your sides. Really slow, really gently. If your legs are out long, plant your feet. And we're going to start shifting the knees. So tiny shift of the knees towards the left. You're leaning towards the left tune-up ball. The left side of your rhomboids is pushing down. Back through center, hips grounded down. Start to point the knees slightly to the right. Feel that subtle shift of weight. We're rolling from right to left side of the mid-back. Go slow. Roll through center. Knees point slightly towards the left, just an inch or two. Notice, are you clenching the jaw, holding the breath, hiking up the shoulders? Go through to the right side. Breathe. Relax the chest down as you lean to the left. And nice and slow over to the right. Back to center. Knees point up to the ceiling. Notice if you're really flaring your rib cage. That will want to happen with where the tune-up balls are. Can you drop the base of your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage down ever so slightly? Option here, we're going to play with some pelvic tilts. Inhale, curl your hips away from your rib cage. You might feel yourself rolling up the tune-up balls ever so slightly. Exhale, curl your hips towards your rib cage, low back pushes down. We roll down the tune-up balls ever so slightly. Inhale, curl the hips away from the ribs. We're rolling the back up. Exhale, curl the hips towards the rib cage. We're rolling down. 2 more. Inhale, pelvis tilts forward. Gently shimmy down the balls. Exhale, hips curl to ribs, gently shimmy up. Yeah, okay, I know. It sounded dirty, ha ha. I was doing so well. 1 more, rock the hips forward. Exhale. Most of you are so well behaved out there on the internet, but some of you are gigglers. I know who you are. 1 more time, rock the hips forward. Exhale back. And then pause. Can you try to wiggle your shoulders apart a little wider? So you might take your elbows like little chicken wings out to the side and just pull them out a little wider. Pull your shoulder blades apart. And then try to relax the back down. 1 more option for movement here. Take your hands into little cactuses next to you, so a little bend in your elbow, like you're a little cactus in the desert. Oh, excellent cactus energy, team. Deep breath in. Option, exhale, float your forearms up like you're trying to come into eagle arms. You might bring the forearms to touch over the chest, you might not. You might just move a few inches up and down. And then pull the arms apart even wider. Land in that cactus shape. Move with your breath. Yeah, I love how slow you're going. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the arms. Could be high, they could come to touch, they might not. We all need different things. How does it feel in your body? Pull the arms apart. Exhaling up. Inhaling apart. And 1 more time, take it up. Coming back down. Plant your elbows by your sides. We'll roll towards the right shoulder, remove that tune-up ball. Ooh. Roll towards the left, remove the right tune-up ball. And then witness the miraculousness of your spine coming to touch the earth for the first time in like 10 minutes. Oh, this one always blows my mind how different my back feels after rolling. For me, I feel like my shoulder blades are like little pancakes just smushed to the ground. And it feels like all of my middle back is touching the earth. Like I'm so aware of my spine on the ground. That's how the work landed in my body. Know that it could feel totally different in yours, and that's okay. It can feel good to let the knees sway left and right a few times, just rolling one side of the back to the other, a gentle massage. Again, we increase hydration, so it's normal to feel like a little puffier, a little warmer in the area that we just rolled. And then coming back to that neutral position. Legs can be long or knees up to the sky. Take your arms out for that cactus shape and try to draw them up over your chest. Just notice how the mid-back feels as you lift the arms up and take them down. Does movement feel a little easier, a little more spacious, or not? Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Nice work.